A lot of you have been indoctrinated by the system. Being nice all the time has become your primary virtue. In addition to this, it's always about the collective good. Is every action you make good for everybody else? For a society that's obsessed with individuation, it's quite odd how they always want to put you in a specific group. In the case of men, there's a constant pressure for you to be submissive. Submissive to women, submissive to the court system, submissive to the government. This, of course, is all in favor of the collective good, right? Ironically, women are only genuinely attracted to guys who are opposite to this. And at the same time, they're going to tell you that that is exactly what they want. I'm going to outline what the system wants you to be as a man. It wants you to work as hard as possible, but not for yourself, for another entity. You're supposed to work as hard as possible. Through work, you create an abundance of value. But since money is the root of all evil, you're supposed to give all that money away to somebody else who can manage it better than you can. The primary entities you give that money away to are the government, women, and entertainment. Essentially, you're a good Samaritan and of the highest moral standing. You work all day and you give all of your value away to somebody else. And the best part is, you don't even complain about it. You're happy you get to do this because you're contributing to the greater good, even if it comes at your expense. Freedom is an illusion, because when you care about freedom, you believe that one person is better than someone else, and that's a problem. Everyone is perfectly equal, regardless of their decisions. If you're able to provide more value than your peers, that's good. You should want to give that value away, especially to people that need it more than you, regardless of their capability or work ethic. You need to constantly obey commands that are given to you. When you do this, your social standing will be the highest, because you're doing the right thing. And now in contrast, this is how you should actually be. You want to be strong in body and mind. You have to be a little bit skeptical and stubborn. You believe in liberty and freedom because you understand that if your survival is monopolized, you can be in trouble. This is why you want the ability to hunt and grow your own food, even if you don't use it right now. It's about having the option in case your situation becomes less favorable for you and your family. You understand that it's your responsibility to protect yourself and your family, and nobody on earth is going to care about that more than you will. For this reason, you're okay with conflict, because you understand that conflict is necessary. It's not that you necessarily like conflict, but you understand that there's principles behind reality. It's the same reason you're skeptical of the collective good. When you try to appease everybody, you appease nobody. You also understand that mutually beneficial relationships are the most optimal. When you must always take the compromise, there's something principally wrong with this. You as individuals should not have to pay the price for the collective not wanting to take responsibility. Now I'm going to explain why women prefer the second guy instead of the first guy. I always find it funny how women tell you they really want the first guy, but then they're only genuinely attracted to the second guy. The logic is quite simple. People generally operate on incentive. It's the same reason people always vote based on what gives them the greatest benefit, not necessarily what they believe in. Sure, there may be a couple people out there that are going to do the right thing. By and large though, people are always incentive based. If you think about it, it's within women's incentive to say they want the first guy because they gain the greatest benefits from him. They gain the most value and give the least value in return. This type of relationship benefits them the most. But the question is this right? Instinctually, women understand this. This is why they go for the second guy. The second guy provides a lot more security from the reality of the world. When you're the first guy, you're always dependent on somebody else for your survival. Even if you have a 9-to-5 job and you provide genuine value, you still need someone else's organization to make this money. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with having a job. I'm simply explaining that there's a skill set behind working for an organization in a niche field and being able to make money from nothing. The second guy generally focuses on being fully independent. Usually, these are the types of men that are business owners. Being a business owner isn't always better, but I am talking from the position of security. If you're not dependent on somebody else to make your money, there's a security that comes with that. In reality, the second guy will be much more capable of surviving a variety of conditions in comparison to the first guy. The second guy will also be much more disagreeable. Being disagreeable inherently means you're much more resistant to indoctrination. When it comes to protecting your family, this is very important. Women inherently understand that they're emotional and they need someone else to be less emotional than them. When you act in principle, you're overriding your emotion in favor of the correct thing. The second guy will be much more able to do this in the first. In addition to this, the great powers of the world have a lot less influence when everybody's like the second guy instead of the first. Ultimately, it boils down to this. Women are only able to genuinely respect a man who has the balls to build his fantasy. Before you go to sleep tonight, ask yourself this important question. Is your time, money, and effort being invested into building someone else's legacy or your own? Ask yourself the question, why is society constantly pushing you to be the first guy when the second guy always gets the best benefits? Why is society constantly pushing you to be the first guy when in reality all the best guys are the second guy? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more content like this. I'll see you guys in the next one.